Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how Justin and I build this beautiful vertical garden from scratch. All the materials we purchased at Home Depot, and it's not a sponsored video though. If you're from Home Depot, make sure to reach out. Also, if you like DIYs, check out my DIY playlist. We do a lot of stuff for the kids mainly, so you might get some really good ideas. And now let's talk about it. Before I completely move on to an actual process of making it, I want to talk a little bit about the watering system. This tank up here is completely water, and then it's connected by a series of tubes that we daisy chain with the bottles, regular bottles that you can recycle for this purpose, and threaded it all the way through. Another way to do it is just to have one tube with multiple holes in it that will water your garden and make sure it's blooming. The bottom planter is not self-watering. We have to water it, but I will also share with you how we build it. It is bottomless. You can add the bottom as you want. All right, now let's move on how we made it. So here's our materials, guys. We bought the pipes. We got 3 of them. Justin pre-measured how many he needs for, we want to make it 1 panel fence wide. I'm going to be adding all the information measurements in the description and as we go, but we bought 6 corners, which so far we're planning to use only 3. We got some extra ones, 2 end caps, so we have it. Then for the box at the bottom, so we have 2 beams 4x4. They're 8 feet long. Those will be supporting those pipes. Then we also have 4 planks that are 1x6, and they're also 8 feet long. I'm also going to be using this stain to stain them to match the back yard play station that we have for the kids. And also we got this glue. I'm started by cleaning all the sewage pipes. They will be the cleanest sewage pipes ever. I used also Clorox wipes to bleach a few spots. We're also measuring how much the elbow of and the corner will take away from the actual length of the pipe. Based on the measurements, and we want to fit our garden between our face panels, our tubes will be 4 feet 11 inches long. Justin owns this saw, so if you might need to rent it, you can go ahead and rent it from Home Depot. We're gonna cut up 4 pipes, again 3 of them for planting, 1 of them is a water reservoir. The next part, we're gonna be cutting out the connection pieces between the elbows that will loop around the posts, and those will be 4.5 inches long. They will go in between the 2 elbows and connect them. After we test connected everything and laid it out, we will be measuring how many holes we want to put on. We're putting 6 holes and also the distance between the holes. Depending on the drill bit that you get, we got the one, the diameter was 3.5 inches. So we are spacing out the holes 3.5 inches apart. Now from the very beginning of the tube, you need to put 5.5 inches just because of again, the tube will be coming into the elbow to connect. So at the end and the front, you need to leave 2 inches more. The trick to drill those holes a little easier is to put the drill first forward, and then once it hits the plastic, to put it in reverse. Now we are working on our bottom planter using the 1x6 planks. Based on the measurements between the posts of our fence, it is 5 feet 6 inches, and that's the length of the planks that Justin is cutting. The width of the plank, or the depth that it's going to be, is 1 foot 3 inches. We weren't going for a very big garden, so that fit perfectly for us. As the next step, Justin is cutting up 2x2s, and they will be 12 inches tall because they're gonna go in the corners of the planter. You will see the building process now. Now Justin is putting together all the planks for the sides, for the front and back of the bottom planter. When the planter is finished, I quickly stain it. I will also be staining the beams that will go up to match our backyard. And I'm not gonna do the inside part, only a little bit on the top, just because there is really no need for it. It's gonna be covered in dirt. And we bought pre-treated wood to make sure that it's not gonna mold. That's where we started acquiring a little bit of challenges with measuring between the posts. They were so heavy, it was hard to lift it one by one, so we had to measure it with the pipes, and again the pipes were a little bit uneven. So this part of the process where you actually need to be really very precise. Then Justin dug up the grass that we had there. We replanted it in other spots in our yard that needed some love, and started digging out the holes for the posts. First, we put the planter in to make sure that it fits, and then we dug out the deepest holes. We're not cementing our posts, so we're gonna try to put them 2 feet deep at least. To attach the pipes, we're using the metal brackets from Home Depot that we pre-cut and shaped, and then leg screws and leg bolts to attach it to the posts. I personally always loved the look of vertical gardens. I love them at the restaurants. So we were eating out one day and I saw this exact vertical garden, and that's how it ended up on Justin's honey-do list. He over-exceeded my expectations by making it even better. So this is the bottles. They had a little hole in them, like a pin needle hole, and that's the tubes, the first test that we've done with them. While the guys were working on the self-watering system, I was planting the bottom planter. We planted pumpkins, cucumbers, also carrots, peppers, tomato plants, and I believe that's it. And then I added some flowers a little bit later. Everything is organic because we do eat organic at home, and this garden is organic as well. We tested out the self-watering system, adding some food coloring to the top tank to make sure that the flow of water is not too hard so we don't drown the plants, but it's enough. As you can see, it was a little bit hard at first, so we had to fix that. Once we installed this self-watering system and fixed all the leaks, I replanted our strawberries and kale. They already were growing in a different planter. Also added the seeds for basil, lettuce, and cilantro. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY and it was fun for you. It adds so much to our garden and we enjoy it greatly. I can't wait for our fall crop.